Welcome back, you mob. So I've opted to not go on the water straight away and fill the boat up. It is a lot easier to find a leak on land than it is in the water if the leak is under the floor. So I'll fill the boat up and we'll see where we're at. If it is all good, then you'll see us on the water. So what I've done at the moment is, see there's that slaz, I've stopped there because I wanted to make a seal floor, left this gap here. So I'm going to fill the boat up from there. Hopefully not lift the floor up because there is foam underneath. This is where it gets tricky. And hopefully with a bit of pressure building against that, you know what I'm getting at. We're going to see if this boat's going to leak or not, about to find out. So I'll chuck the bungs in and we'll start filling her up. Fingers crossed we'll be on our way. Jade, show me that googly eye. You gonna sit? Okay. Also, moment of truth. We'll get to see if Grenwell's looked after me here. He's done his best. Slud's the rest. Had to find if it leaked. And if it fucking leaks, Grenwell. Fucking oh. Now we wait. I'll come back. Well, unfortunately it's not getting any better just yet. What's that there? It's directly under the skid, so obviously rubbing. And what happens is, if there's too much load on these skids in between here, like these ribs and that, in here they flex, then they'll crack that way, which is not good. Well, no crack's good anyways, but that's pretty disappointing. But we'll just mark it for now. So we'll just say back here somewhere. Just so I get an idea of the area. It's running down, but I dare say it'll be somewhere here, if not there. But what I'm tipping is that it's in there running down. This is just a guide, obviously. Again, you're not going to be able to see this properly without getting it off the trailer, cleaning it up, and seeing where you're at. So really, anywhere where it's sitting on the skid, you want to be inspecting all the way up here. So even here, like there's water in there you can see, but you don't know whether it's just running down at the moment. So again, you just mark it down there. From there to up here. Yeah, oh well, it's disappointing. At this stage though, there is no other leaks dripping just yet, so I might turn this water off and let it sit. So what I've done, I've just marked where that leak is. That one I'm probably not going to be able to sticker flex because it is sitting on the skid. So if you repair it like that, then over time, boat on off, you just rub it off. So that's going to have to be an alley repair. Not many welders like doing that kind of work, but you can probably guess already I've got an individual in mind that will, I'm sure he's more than happy to help me out. We'll get him onto it, and the only downside is that there's foam under this floor, and dare I say it, I think I'm going to be pulling this floor up, because he won't be able to weld a repair knowing that the foam's there. He'll be burning it, and we don't know what kind of foam that is. What are the chances of it being fuel proof, flame proof, donkey proof, everything proof? If it catches on fire, then everything catches on fire, then I'm back at square one with no tinny, or at least 2 fuck tinnies. So dare I say it, I think I'm going to be pulling this floor back up again. Pretty pissed off about that, but this is what it is. This is what I was saying about you get what you pay for. It was a cheap boat. It is a cheap boat. What does boat stand for? Yep, you get it. I'm going to keep ticking away on it though, because it's still got a tinny. And if that is all the leaks that's in it, that's good. For the time being though, like that's full now. We'll let the boat sit for a few hours, if not overnight. I'm not going out today. It's only 40 degrees today, so might give it a miss, not warm enough. And we'll come back, see if it is leaking anywhere else. At this stage it's just that one there, it's a major one. So maybe we'll start work on the trailer, eh? After this is done, I'll drain the water and we'll start working on the trailer. Grace, come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. Good girl. You gonna sit? Good girl. She can't say good girl. You wanna tell everyone about what we're doing to the boat? You wanna tell them what we're doing to the boat? To the trailer? Owning a boat, it never ends. It really does. It never ends. So if any of you that actually do own a boat would know that the maintenance, the upgrades, modifications, the work, it never ends. So now we move forward to the trailer work. One good thing about the tinny, the small tinnies, is that when they're that light, they're easy to push off. So I just push it off over there with all the other stuff, and hopefully it doesn't just become a garden ornament, which then allows me to work on the trailer. Do some easy stuff just to make it a bit better. Would be winch needs to go. These rollers are a bit gammon. I know it's rolling, but we'll replace those rollers. They're a bit gammon. That one there is worn, so we'll do something about that. We'll get rid of some of this excess wiring that's just dangling. The lease, the springs, we'll get rid of them and put some bigger ones in, because come 2024 we'll load that boat up and we'll be heading out to some of those bongs for a bit of a look, bit of a flick. So there's not much to it really, it's just making it a bit more tidy. I had to do the lights straight away pretty much because I wanted to tow it to Grenwelds, and I needed them working. Number plate, and I'm just going to keep putting tech screws in it until make sure it stays on. So yeah, let's start with number one, the winch. Alright, so out with the old, look out dog, and in with the new. Everything lines up, beautiful. We'll bolt that on and then we'll move forward. Here's a little hot tip for you young'uns. Spray a bit of lube on these bolts before you have a go at cracking them. Loosen things up a bit and make it a lot easier than just fighting the rust. So those of you who probably don't know or are wanting to do this yourselves just like this, these springs are a slip spring. They slip straight into this channel here. So there's no bolt through there, slips in. And there's that one bolt there. So if it's a tight in there, you probably will need some kind of assistance to get it in. And then what you want to do is get it lined up with the axle. Now, when I say they get it lined up, you can see there's quite a big gap there. So when you put that down, you're not going to be able to get that block on, as well as that one on, and then try and get a nut on. So what you want to do is then just set up a little jack, unless you're strong enough to hold it or get a mate to hold it. But you want to jack that leaf spring up closer to the axle, and then it just makes life so much easier. Like so. Also these, or every leaf will have these dowel pins on them, on the top and on the bottom. It's just there to guide these plates on, so they can't move, so they go on like that. This one here has also got a hole in the middle, and it'll go underneath like that. And then obviously your U-bolt will go through those and you'll be back in action. Fucking wiring, it's just annoying me. Fucking epoxy, big ass wire. What for? It's just disgusting, makes me sick. There you go. Oh, I probably didn't need to cut that one off. So yeah, I don't know if you can see, but obviously because it's a much bigger spring, 5 leaf, 2. It's sitting a lot higher. I like that as well. I don't know if you can see the fully sick flex we're getting. But once we jack that upside, it's gonna look mean as. Let's do it. This is what I mean by it's a slip spring. So this bolt slips out. No, not because of that, but when the spring comes down there, slips in and out. Slip. I bloody snapped this bolt, so I'm gonna have to go back to Bugs Bunnings, get another one if I want this trailer done. I need it done. I need it done this weekend because we've got a leak on that boat. If I want to get it to the welders, I need the trailer done. So we've got to stop stuffing around and we've got to get it there and get it done. And I'm gonna have to get some wire for these pins and these rollers, as they have the risk of falling out. So we'll get some of those as well, some of that. And Nira, I know you're really enthusiastic, but we need to go to Bunnings. Do you want to come for a ride? Well, let's go then. One of the things living rural is you get these little bush rats. They're native around here and they come out every now and again. They're pretty affectionate though. But as to where we're at, winch is on, secured, new roller at the front, new rollers all the way through. I just need to get some pliers so I can secure this wire that's through the roll pin. Leaves are on. Brand new leaves, they're on. I am going to change the skids on these, but for the time being I'm running out of daylight and I need to get this boat back on the trailer so we can get it to the welders. Lights are ready to go, lights are good to go. Yeah, we're on track. So I'm gonna do a quick tidy up because this place is just getting a bit messy and out of control. I'll hook the boat back up. I'll see if we can see that crack as well, which will be interesting. Let's have a look what we can see. Well, this is very disappointing to say the least. I've pulled the floor back up. Yeah, you're probably right. I probably should have done that at the very start anyways. Instead of taking old mate's word for it. No one to blame but myself here, so we're starting again. I've pulled the floor up. Already you can see like there's just so much dirt in there. It's a lot of flotation. I dare say I'll be replacing that. There's still a lot of leaves. So the scary part about all of it is what else is underneath. It's all dirt, like it's all just fucking dirt. Mud. So the one thing I can tell you though is when you are going to see a alley welder, and I don't care who it is, your mate or not, and you want them to weld a 30cm crack, don't make them do this shit. They already don't want to work on your shit box tinny. So the last thing they want to be doing is spending time to pull the floor up themselves and work in the mud. Get it up for them, get it done, put the hard yards in. It's all character building. It's a shame, but it'll be worth it in the end, trust me. So let's get over there. I'm gonna keep pulling this out and I'll see you back when I'm probably putting it back in. I'm not gonna make you watch me put it back in again. Hopefully we'll be putting it in the water. All right, so you would have seen by now that I've pulled all the floor back up and I pulled all the foam out. I've cleaned it all, cleaned the hull out, cleaned all the leaves and all the mud out. And in this foam that was all wrapped up in these garbage bags, you would notice that they were also full of all this rubbish and they're full of water and so on and so forth. I'm ready to chuck all this back in. But what I wanted to make note of is this foam. I don't think there's any point putting this foam back in if it's not actually good quality. So I'm going to show you a quick test you can do. And that's exactly what I'm saying is if you have that no good quality foam under your floor, let's just say you get a leak from your fuel tank and it starts eating into your foam like that, then you don't even know. Well, you're not going to have any foam, you're not going to have any flotation. Yeah, it's going to have to be a lot of fuel to get rid of all your foam, but at the end of the day, isn't it better to just have better quality foam? So I'm going to throw all that into the bin and go get new foam eventually. Alright, so I'm back from the welders, back from Grenweld. Got that hole sorted out. He ended up doing a repair on it, putting a patch over it, which that's it there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's it there as well. I'll put a photo up for you real quick so you can see it. If you're that interested in seeing the repair, it's done now. I've leak checked it. Yes, I did have to gut the boat again just so that he could do it. It is what it is now. But at the same time, when he was doing the repairs, I got him to put some cup holders in. So there's 2 on each side, and I ended up just biting the bullet and getting the electric motor mount put on as well. I think I said in the other video that I intend to get one next year anyways, and next year's not that far away really. Releasing this probably 2024 will be about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks away. So moving forward, I'm gonna clean out a little bit more of the boat and then put everything back in. Don't worry, I'm not gonna make you watch that. But before we know it, we'll be on the water. Hopefully in 2023. I managed to pick up one of these drums as well. So I've got to cut that yet, and then I'll drop the outboard in it. Give it a quick run here. And then, yeah, hopefully we make it to the water after that. Welcome to owning a tinny, I reckon. You gotta love it though. Like, if you don't enjoy this kind of stuff, you're better off just buying a brand new one and just getting the boat shops to look after your boat. But if you are half keen on something, you'll do it yourself and enjoy it along the way. That's what I reckon anyways. So I'll see you guys out on the water. Cheers.